Hi guys, it's June 14th, 2023. Sherry from Hteae Eat an Elephant. Because I'm still there. It's been 10 plus years and I've changed a bit. Gotten grayer. That's all gray. That's my natural hair color. I haven't done a video in a long time with regards to the elephant and, still there, still working on it, but in a totally different way now. Before I forget, I want to wish my dear friend and Hteae happy birthday, because I know eventually you know who I'm talking about. You're a very important person in my world. Happy birthday. Anyway, I don't know who's there. Somebody, Angel, hi! Just gonna talk about some of the stuff that's going on right now, some of the changes happening. It's really important now, more than ever, that I'm doing videos again, and I really want to, incorporate everything I do into one thing, and How to Eat an Elephant seems to be the most appropriate subject matter, especially since I'm dealing with stuff and I'm still clearing my parents' things after all these years. And I'm decluttering my own world a bit too now. I'm downsizing a lot of stuff that I just don't have a need for. One of the things that, people are doing more of now is becoming resellers. It's not that I'm choosing this direction, but it is definitely something that I have to do, so I might as well, like I say, what you resist persists. I am an experienced eBay seller for over 20 years. It was something that got me through some really tough times, and I'm facing a tough time now with some of the things that are going on. Excuse me. So it only makes sense that I become an eBay reseller, because I've got so many leftovers from the elephant still that need to be cleared, and I know there's good homes for people who want these items. I don't need a lot of the stuff that I'm coming across, and my kids have outgrown quite a bit, so I'm going to incorporate the worm business with the reselling, because Mobius 8 Organics has always been based on greener choices for a greener planet, and one of the environmental things is that we reduce, reuse, repurpose, upcycle, recycle. So that will be How to Eat an Elephant is actually becoming a branch of Mobius 8 Organics, which I didn't see that coming, didn't plan that, but it makes sense. So not only will I be doing, stuff about worms and gardening and all that cool stuff, I'm also going to be helping an inspiration in the hoarding disorder world, showing people and hopefully motivating people to, even if it's children of hoarders that are dealing with estates like I did, showing them another way of how to deal with what's in their properties or what they have to deal with. So, and it's a very profitable way if you have a situation that is hoarded and the items are still brand new and packaged undamaged and still smell good. There are situations where odor is a problem. So, but there is stuff that is salvageable, and when you're dealing with a hoarded situation, it is a very expensive project, expenses that you can't even predict. So, in the very beginning, when I started with working on the elephant, I turned to eBay to do some fundraising to help me pay for the bins, the garbage bags, the hazmat suits, the respirators. I had no choice. Garage sales really sucked. We didn't make a lot of money. We had a lot of expenses that went along with that, you know, you just don't expect it. When you're going through it for the first time, you're pretty naive, and especially when I started, because when I started working on the elephant, there wasn't all that much information out there. There was only TV shows that showed 30 minutes or an hour of what's taking me 10 years. So, mind you, there were times that I needed to take a break because mentally it was doing its shit on me. And I'm going to be frank and honest. It was not fun a lot of the times. It was very stressful, and then you combine the family trauma and crisis that we were going through, intertwined with that, the drama and the trauma were just ridiculous, and the lack of support from the people that were closest to us, or, you know, blood related, people that were there and watched it all develop, and sometimes even enabled it and contributed to the expanse and caliber of what the elephant became. Hey, Lynn, I see you there. Hi, Tessa. I hope you're still there. But anyway, you're going to see me do a lot of YouTube videos now, because that's part of the reselling process. And don't mind me, I haven't had my nails done in a long time, and I've been doing a lot of gardening. Hi, Suzanne. All of it just seems to flow in together. I really, truly, the hardest part for me right now is that I have an aversion to stuff and shopping. It's very difficult for me to be around large quantities of stuff, and unfortunately in the reseller business, and as I'm taking things out and unpacking them and getting them ready to put on eBay, there's a lot of chaos and disorder, and I'm starting to get a little creeped out in my own house, and I'm worried about, you know, is this going to turn into a hoarding disorder for me? So I've made a decision that I will not be shopping for items as most resellers do. I am just going to focus in on what I have here for now, and I will help consult with people, tell them, you know, where things have a market, if there is a market, what's your fastest way to get rid of it. I don't intend this to be a very long video, but it might turn into that. It is all about stuff. Anyway, so the thing that actually inspired me to go on video tonight was you know, like, I'm going to ask you guys for support, subscribe to my channels and likes and all that stuff. I really would appreciate that. It helps with the algorithms, and if you can follow me on eBay or Etsy or wherever the heck I'm going to be in this wide world of the internet, I'd really appreciate that support. I'm not asking you to buy anything. If you see something that you like, okay, talk to me. But just, you know, click a couple of buttons for me once in a while. Give me a thumbs up and a subscribe and follow. And, you know, if you have a question to ask me how to deal with something, chances are likely I've probably handled it at some point in my life. Especially in the last 10 years. But it's really interesting to watch this market as far as reselling is concerned, because Facebook Marketplace is one thing, but then when you go into the eBay world and the Etsy world, it's a whole other realm. And if somebody is wanting to create a side gig or an income, whether you're in the hoarding disorder world or just the normal, well-organized decluttering world, go ahead, ask me. Or even if it's real estate or worms or whatever it is, go ahead, ask me. I'll answer those questions, and I'd love to answer those questions. I would love to see those questions, because it helps a lot of other people too. These videos, when I'm doing a live video later on, I might only get a few people on the at the live time, because I just pop on and say, hey, here I am. Hi, guys. But later on, I see numbers go up pretty high. And if you can, all people that are watching, just hit that like button, or talk about it with your friends, what I'm doing with eBay and what I've done in the past with hoarding disorder. Share with them. People learn from other people's experiences, and I'd really appreciate it if we do put some serious meaning to what I've gone through in the last 20 years, if we're going to talk about bad days. I'd like to turn all those bad days and put some serious meaning to it. And, there's stuff I can help with. And one of the things I'm going to show you now, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see what inspired me today to talk about this. And well, there seems to be a market for everything. I hauled this out of my dad's bar from the Elephant. I brought it with me 2 years ago when I moved here. And I kept on looking at it and saying, I'm going to sell that. I'm going to sell that. I'm going to get money for that. Pardon me for the gardening hands. So yeah, that has a market. You'd be surprised how much you can make on stuff that you think that is just garbage. And environmentally, as you know, I prefer greener choices for a greener planet. And I hope that if it's something that is truly not garbage, that you are finding another place for it in as opposed to the landfill. This clearly isn't garbage, and somebody would actually truly appreciate and pay for shipping for something like this. All I ask is that y'all shop responsibly. That's why I'm not leaving I'm just delving into what I have as current inventory in my own house, and a lot of the resellers say start with that first. They wish they had. And that's what I'm doing. It's going to be interesting. We'll see how this goes. But please like, follow, share, subscribe, whatever it is, wherever avenue I'm pointing you to. It's really important. That's all I ask for that. Send me stars if you're into sending stars. Kidding. Not my friends. If you get something out of it, let me know if there's something that you learned from my experience. Whoops. Yeah, I got the light box on, by the way. Yeah, I did shop for that. I had to shop for that. It's much easier and much better photos as far as posting is concerned, and better photos means better sales, better prices, better incomes. And I really do, even if my mom doesn't get into the home, this is my why again, I'm going to tell you. If my mom doesn't get into the home down the street from here, I'm seriously considering if I can make this happen with my sales, no matter what I'm doing, whether it be Airbnb, eBay, everything cumulative. If I can make it so that I can pay her private care, and she is with my aunt. Now, private care in Ontario for Alzheimer's on a locked unit or secured unit is $10,000 a month to start. So, you do the math. I need to make a lot more money than that. Cheer me on. Be my cheerleaders, because this is the other side of the elephant. I'm really looking forward to the end of having to deal with the remains of the elephant. It's been haunting me for 2 years sitting here, and now is the only time since my mom has been put into care. By the way, she had a good day today. We'll say that. Since she has been in long-term care, I've had a large amount of time on my hands, and doing this kind of stuff actually, it was impossible before. It was absolutely impossible for me to do this kind of stuff with her around, because she would see stuff, she would shuffle through stuff, she would reorder stuff. I couldn't stay organized, and along with the fact that I had to jump and run multiple times a day. Taking care of somebody who's elderly and has Alzheimer's is much like running after a 2-year-old day and night. So dealing with the remains of the elephant, now the opportunity comes, and I can, you know, work all the businesses all at once and not have a concern about being disturbed by anything or anyone other than the customers. That I do have a lot of pickup orders, and I have Jaeger. So now's a quiet time for Jaeger, so I have the opportunity. If I do more live videos, more than likely it will be on YouTube, and I'll link the YouTube recorded videos into my Facebook. Facebook's always been my favorite place to be. I have difficulties with other social media, as if you haven't been able to tell. You know, I'm always on Facebook. That's what people say. They don't know what I'm doing, but I'm working. So anyway, I'm here. I'm asking you guys, just follow along some way, somehow, and see if we can make some great things happen with it. Thank you, guys. My friends on Facebook have been very important to me in many ways over the years, and I'm so glad that we have this connection in these modern times. I'm going to leave it here because I'm going to get all weepy and stuff. Don't want that. But, you know, like if you're struggling with income and stuff like that, making the bills, and you need some kind of side income that isn't going to take up what I'm doing takes up a lot of attention. I'll get into that in a later video, but just know I'm here. If you got a question, I'll answer it with privately. I'll answer it anonymously for you to hear the answer to the question. I know not everybody's as talkative as I am in public. But anyway, yeah, I'll let you go. You guys have a great night. I love you. Thank you. And happy birthday to my Schwesterlein.